Jets fans, we can argue that the Jets won the bye week with the Buffalo Bills losing to the Patriots, the Miami Dolphins losing to the Eagles. Things get very interesting within the AFC East division, and I want to break it all down in this video because the New York Jets have a chance to do something special this season after looking at the schedule, what the Jets got coming up, after looking at the schedules of the Dolphins and the Bills and seeing the trajectory and seeing the reality within the AFC East is something to talk about. So let's get straight into business. Folks, hit that thumbs up button right now for your boy if you enjoyed the content here, and comment down below your thoughts of the bye week and your overall thoughts of the Bills losing and the Dolphins losing and how you feel about our New York Jets heading into the last 11 games for the Jets in this season. Now, let's get straight into business. Let's talk about, first and foremost, look at the schedule for the New York Jets in these next 11 games. Now, you can argue that the next 3 games the Jets should win. The New York Jets will probably be favored in all of these games. We're already 3-point favorites against the Giants. The Chargers come into MetLife Stadium, which, by the way, has been a very interesting conversation because the Jets have proven to have home field advantage. Jalen Hurts, Mahomes, Josh Allen, all 3 of those quarterbacks that played like crap happen to be at MetLife Stadium. So that's going to be a tough game for the Chargers. Then going on the road to the Raiders. Now, I don't want to get ahead of myself. I know that we have to focus on the Giants first because this is an important game. But the reality is the Jets were able to survive a 3-3 record during their daunting part of the schedule. Now, you look at the AFC East standings right here. The Miami Dolphins are sitting in first place at 5-2. Now, we all know what the elephant in the room is here, folks. The 2 losses that the Miami Dolphins have suffered are against teams that the New York Jets beat, that being the Philadelphia Eagles and the Buffalo Bills. Now, what does that tell me? That tells me that the New York Jets are going to be able to contain and contend and beat the Miami Dolphins. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say we're going to sweep the Dolphins. If I'm going to be realistic, we have a good chance of splitting with the Miami Dolphins. But the reality is, folks, the Dolphins prove that they cannot step up against really good competition. Now, could they prove that in Germany against the Chiefs in 2 weeks? Yeah, they can. This is a week-by-week season, but the Miami Dolphins are looking a little skeptical, in my opinion. And the Jets are only a game and a half behind them. And then you talk about the Buffalo Bills real quick. The Buffalo Bills the past 3 weeks have not looked like the Buffalo Bills of late. They lose to the Jacksonville Jaguars in London. They almost lose to the Giants, which they should have lost that game. And then they fall to one of the worst teams in the NFL, the New England Patriots. Now, the Bills sitting at 4-3. The Jets are a half game behind them, and I am really confident in going into Buffalo and sweeping the Buffalo Bills based off what I'm seeing from the Bills, based off what I'm seeing from these New York Jets, and based off what I saw how the Jets defense stacks up against the Buffalo Bills these past 2 years. Now, I know it sounds like I'm getting a little ahead of myself here, folks, but the reality is the AFC East is wide open. And if the New York Jets can take advantage of their schedule coming up, if they win the games they're supposed to win, there's every single reason to believe that Jets fans should have optimism of us not trying to fight for a wild card spot, but going to win the AFC East. Now, I'm not predicting it's going to happen. I'm not going to try to be a delusional Jets fan and say, oh, we're winning out. We're getting 11 wins and we're going to win the whole thing. We're going to win the division. No, that's not the case here. But the reality is only a game and a half back from the Dolphins. You can argue early on in the season, the New York Jets kind of control our own destiny here. Now, you get back into the Jets' schedule coming up, guys. Listen, the New York Giants this Sunday is a must-win for the Jets. We want to stay over 500. We want to get over 500 at 4-3 and stay there for the remainder of the season. And then you talk about the LA Chargers coming to MetLife Stadium, a team that's 2-4. We know what's going on with the Chargers. They're a talented team. The coaching staff seems to not be able to know how to win football games. Justin Herbert is a good quarterback, but he doesn't scare me based off what I've seen from the Jets defense stacked up against Hurts, Mahomes, and, of course, Josh Allen. The Raiders game, I'll actually be in Vegas for that. That's going to be a really fun game on Sunday Night Football. And then 2 big-time division games. Because I think by the Bills and Dolphins games, if we can win at least 2 of the next 3 games and put us in a situation to go to Buffalo to sweep the Bills, that is where I could see this Jets team continuing to make momentum trending in the right direction. Now, again, we got to stay humble as his fan base. We don't want to look too far ahead. Let's focus week by week. Let's just focus on the New York Giants. But it's really hard not to get excited if you're a Jets fan based off what you saw last night with the Miami Dolphins losing and the Buffalo Bills losing, because that really opens things up for this New York Jets team. And I'll end it off with this. It doesn't really matter anymore, in my opinion, who wins or who loses outside of the New York Jets. The Jets have to take care of their own business, because if the Jets take care of our own business, it's not going to matter what's going on around the Jets, because I guarantee you, if the Jets win all the games they're supposed to win for the remainder of the season, we will have a successful season, and we will like where we're ending up in the standings at the end of the year. So, folks, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, guys. Very successful bye week by the Jets. Now let's get healthy, and let's go out there and compete and win our next few games and go on a little run. Let me know your thoughts down below, guys. Hit that thumbs up button, and I'll catch you next time. Let's go, Jets. Peace out.